Okay, we are now back in session. Okay. First, before we go anywhere, I am going to do my best. There are big shoes to fill, and I'm not going to be able to do them. I'm going to do the best I can, as I've done once before. If there's anything that the committee sees that needs to be changed, you'll have to tell me. I'm going to depend on you people for the support.
Well, the first thing we know we have to do is next meeting we have to call a vote for a new vice chair. But in the meantime, I think you ought to get it posted that there's an open seat. We had quite a few applicants, this year already, and see if anyone else is interested again before we just assign someone. It's early into the season. We have a little bit of time, not a whole heck of a lot, but a little bit of time. And I think we got to do it that way, the right way, and that's the correct way in my mind, anyway.
What I would like to do, I guess I'll submit that to the town clerk. That will make it official.
Right.
I will get on it, and I'll post it in as many places as possible. Here, the 2 post offices, and
Town website.
Town website, and other places. And we'll have a deadline that I'd like to have time to call these people up. I would like to do it maybe a week. It doesn't give us much time. If I looked at the calendar.
Mr. Chairman, you may want to bring our member just got here up to speed.
Dave, Sean Perrault, he had to resign. He submitted his resignation just a while ago. He has family issues that he has to take care of.
Okay.
I just want to keep you up to speed. And now I'll be carrying it over, and I'm going to do the best I can. I'm not familiar with some of the things he's done. It may take a while, but I will keep a close eye on it to make sure everybody gets what they need.
You have a package for him? You don't need paperwork down there, do you?
You
don't need paperwork?
with package?
They're right here, maybe.
In here. David? I don't know if that got in there or not.
There's some others that look like they might have paper on it there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, these all look like they
do
have.
that.
All right.
All right, well.
I think we need to put a motion together to accept Sean Perrault's
Correct.
resignation.
I'll make the motion to accept Mr. Perrault, how you want to pronounce it, resignation.
I second it.
Any discussion on this?
With deep regret.
Deep regret, okay. Okay. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Abstain? Okay.
We all opposed it? Would you have to come back?
We can try. We can really try.
I'm not sure that worked.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the review of the minutes. August 21st, 2018. I just got these just right now, and
Okay, yes, you're perfect.
okay, just guide me. And okay. I don't know if anybody had time to read them. I tried to send them out.
I went to him quick.
We did. Did anybody else gone through them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my first question was wondering why Mr. Courier was making notations, but it was an A instead of a U. Sorry. On page 3, under school board, it's just a typo. Mr. Carrier recommended, let's see, 3rd sentence up from the bottom. And there's a 3, recommend E3D.
Let's see, page, what is it, 3?
Page 3, under the school board financial, 3rd sentence.
Recommended. The 3's a typo.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. I lost it again. Page 3.
Right here. See, there's a 3 in there instead of the...
Yeah. Oops.
Right there? That
Yep.
should be the D, no
ED.
3.
No 3.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go glance through it. Does anybody else find any
You
errors?
want to highlight it, to highlight those areas?
Yes, that would make it easier. I shouldn't have crossed it out, but I'll see. Okay,
So if you're gonna be nitpicky, on that same page, down under town financial, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line up where it says Dunkin' Donuts, that's not how Dunkin' Donuts is spelled.
True.
But that's just,
Oh, donuts, get rid of the O-U-G-H.
okay, whereabouts is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Miscellaneous,
line up.
$17.64 line.
On page 3,
Yeah.
page 3.
Sorry, I thought you, I said, under
Miscellaneous.
Ms. Hearns.
No, I figured you would be looking through yours to see if there
Yeah.
were any errors.
Fourth, fifth from the bottom.
2, 4, 5.
Where it says 1764.
Wow, I'm having a hard time with this.
Where?
If you go
Oh,
page 3,
Yeah,
5th bullet up from the bottom.
okay, no GH, okay.
You want this?
Come
Why
on,
do I get the
everybody
different
was
setup?
done.
Oh, I gotta set a different,
Right.
okay.
Doesn't have
We're gonna
violence.
need them?
I'll cheat on
Unless
this.
it's autocorrect.
Okay, good, let me get back to that again. I guess the minutes are not the same here. Dunkin' Donuts, what's gotta take out?
It's just spelled wrong.
Okay,
Like I said, I was
I'll just,
calling it out.
okay. Okay, anything else?
Oh, that's good.
I thought I saw, okay. Why have I got a different set of minutes? Okay, anybody else got any?
I will make a motion to correct or to accept the August 21st, 2018 minutes with the corrections as noted.
Second.
Okay, discussion? Hearing none. I'll call the roll, starting with Aaron.
Yes.
Yes?
Abstain.
Yes.
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 Chair says yes, so it's 7-1. 3, 2, 4.
Yes.
Yeah, 7-1. 1 abstention. Okay.
Do you want these with you too?
Yeah, I may need it. I don't know why. I got a different set of minutes here, and I got it on my agenda. Okay, next on the agenda, Budget and Finance Workshop. It's a reminder for Thursday, September 20th. It'll be held up in Loon Mountain. This is the last one that you're gonna be going to. So, anybody got questions on that? Just a reminder, if you're paying for it, you need to reimburse the town. You'll have to get a voucher so you can get your reimbursement. Okay, I believe it's still $90. Okay. All right. The bylaws final review, I have not had a chance to see them, and I don't know if everybody got them. What I want to do is table it for the final time. Next month, I want to go. Okay, I gotta get a motion first.
I thought you were making the motion. You said I want them.
Okay, is that the key word? All right, you got a second? Okay, all those, any discussion on it? There's only one thing I want to do is to go over it all the way through. If there's something that don't belong in there, this is the time to take it out. Or if there's anything you want to add to it, we can put it in now, but I want to close it. And then it'll be ready for next year. We'll be using that one. So
Well, actually, once we close it, we vote on it, and we're using it this year.
we're going to use it this year. Wow, we're almost done the year.
Well, we got a ways to go.
Okay,
The worst part of the year.
okay. Now from my right, roll call. We're going to table this.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Tom?
Yes.
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 Yes?
Yes.
Chair says yes. So it's 8-0. New business. Budget committee, budget review and approval. I don't know if Sean put the town budget in there.
And we have October, November, and December calendars here, and it says on there,
Yes, but this is our budget.
oh, you mean, well, we need
when
to
they're-
present to the selectmen?
Yes, because we're gonna have to present that, and I want the committee to look at it. I believe you got it in there.
Personally, I don't think it should change from this year. I think it's not much different. What
What I-
different?
What are we looking at
No,
this?
no, no.
No,
We're
no,
looking
no.
at,
This is
No.
the budget.
The budget committee's budget to the selectmen.
Yeah. We are going to give
I
one.
saw that online. Is that in here?
No, I
I'm-
don't see
Okay, I saw it online earlier today,
Okay.
but assumed it would be in
it. But
the,
if you go to the monthly or the yearly expenditure report, and you see where the budget committee's at, I think we're, what, 50%, 60% or something of that nature?
When we get to it. Right now,
But I mean, it's relative to this, Bob, because
Yes,
it tells us what we're doing.
yes, but there's a little more to it. First of all, this year, we only have one line. I asked for 4 lines because I wanted to have the breakdown to show where this money is going. I went to see Heather about this, and she assured me that we will. I can pass this around. Right now, that looks like it right there.
yeah.
Yeah, that is. I made a copy with the lines in it. I can't see without the lines, but this year's budget, the recording clerk, I've got it at 22 meetings at $75 each, for a total of $16.50. Training, I have 3 at $90 per member, that's $270. Legal notices, 3 at $120 per public hearing, that's $360. On this line, I added more to it. Am I getting you confused, Aaron? Okay. The printing copies, I've got it at $320. The town administrator, I asked, what are we being charged for copies? And it has not been determined. So it makes this budget a little hard, because I know we've been making copies, but I don't know where we stand there. The total budget is the same as last year, $2,600. If you go to the other side, we're up to 2018, I had it broken down with the department ledger for our what we spent so far, because we don't have 4 lines. As of August, we've spent on the recording clerk $675. Legal notices is $307.71. Now, the legal notices were sent out at $102.57. I went up a little more because costs are rising, and I don't want to get caught short. So we've actually spent that $982, you got to take that $307, because legal notices came out of it. And, because I wanted the breakdown. That 900 was just too much, and I said, there's other things in there that we need to do, that needs to come out of there. When the training, when you people submit your vouchers, that training line is going to be marked in there, how many we did, and it'll show up. This is where I try to base my calculations of what we do for, what we have for a budget. I'm trying to stay as tight as possible, but printing and copies,
They should be able to pull that off there, because Sean uses a number on there.
well, there's a number. The only thing is that we've been making a lot of copies, and I started to figure it out.
Right.
Just the expenditure report is, for the whole year, is about 800 pages.
Can I stop you for a second?
Sure.
I'm looking at the expenditure report, and we have multiple lines. But you say...
Oh, no. Look at our line. We have 1.
Oh, I see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
that's...
But see, it's just 1 line. Now, if I go before the selectmen and say, well, I got a budget of $2,600.
So you want it broken down like that moderator and everybody else?
Well, it would show where the money's going, and if there's a spot where I can cut, I'm going to cut it. Right now, I'm holding it tight. I'm not moving up from last year. It's the same amount.
We're only at 38% expenditure.
Yes. But we haven't figured in the training yet. There's some people who went to
Right, and we
training.
haven't figured any things we have to put in the paper either.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
they've already been done for the year.
No, we have to put in for our...
For this past year. Stan's talking about for after the first of the year, to finish out.
No,
right.
we have to publicize public meetings and stuff.
Right.
And yes, in January.
Right,
And then
but
we
it's
did the
not till
schools.
January, so I think that's where he's going. I think that's where you're
Oh, I
kind of,
thought we did that in December.
No, we did this in
Okay.
January.
If it's
And that's
January, that'll be
why,
next year's budget.
yeah, it'll be next year's budget. Anybody got any questions on this?
No.
I would like to have a motion to accept it.
Well,
Oh, you're right.
I would think we'd like to see the end results before we make a motion to accept it.
Okay, let me put it this way. On my schedule, I didn't look,
When do we have to have this to the budget, to the selectmen?
I believe. Anybody got the calendar
Yes.
there?
Right here.
Ooh. September 24th, we need to present it to the Board of Selectmen.
Yeah, that's next week.
If the committee wants to make changes, now's the time. What I've done with the recording clerk, I did not raise it. I left it at 75.
All right, I'll make the motion to accept the budget as previously numerical number with changes made by the chairman to define each line. I don't know if I said that correctly, but
Just second it.
You second it? Okay. Any discussion? Okay. Roll call. I'll start with my...
Yes.
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 Yeah. Chair says yes. It's 8-0. Okay, now that takes care of that. Now, town department presentations to the... Oh, that's what I did. Town department presentations to the selectmen's calendar.
That's the one right here with the marks on it,
Yeah.
right here.
Okay, that's the one we got. It will show you who is going to be
So that's just
going.
an FYI.
Yeah, it's just, that's all it is.
And we're not required to go to these meetings, but we can if we choose to.
We can. What we will not be able to do is we're not going to be able to talk.
No.
You'll be able to listen, but you will not be able to answer no questions. It's just strictly budgetary. And again, you'll hear two different sides, two different ways that they give it. They're more detailed, but as you said, Stan, they should be as detailed to us as well, since we are the funding arm.
I would hope they would.
Well, we'll have to make sure they do.
I mean, a long time ago, someone said to set on this board, we can't tell them how to spend the money, but we can tell them how much money they get. Right?
Yeah.
So with that said, you would think they'd be in the details.
You got a point there.
Mr. Gagne said that.
Oh my God, that was years ago.
All of these are gonna be recorded anyway, so even if you're not physically here, you can go.
You'll go online and you'll be able
As
to
long
pick
as
it
we're
up.
up and operating.
At least listen.
Well, yeah, if I can get that camera to work. Okay, budget calendar review. Okay. These are gonna be the final changes. We're not making no more. This is it?
Okay, well, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
All members be able to make these meetings?
No. I tried to make it all fit, but if it isn't one, it's the other. I have 17 people to juggle. The selectmen, the school board, and us, and I tried as much as possible. But if you see what's going on, there's not many open spots. And I can't make it at this point because this has been set in stone. Now, we go to October, I believe this is one we're gonna be taking on. Oh, send school, okay, there's nothing going on here. This
Well, the
is,
25th, they're gonna send us their
Right.
budget to
Yes.
school.
Right, and we already have our meetings scheduled, so,
when we get to your school, you can mention that.
okay.
Okay, this is the one, November. We're gonna start Thursday the 1st for the school presentation. We're gonna go to the 8th, and then we're going to go to the 13th.
I won't be here on the 1st of November.
Okay, see, this,
I won't be here on the 1st of November.
is it possible, Mark, that you can get on the phone? Is there a phone that you can use to participate?
Who's presenting on the 1st?
School board.
The school board.
I understand. What department of the school board is
No,
presenting?
they're
It's the
going
whole
to go, we're gonna have a general overview. They're gonna give us a presentation, and what it is the superintendent's going to give it to us, and he's gonna give us what the highlights are.
Mhm.
And as we go along, we will be able to go through it.
You're
And
not breaking down
we're
departments?
going, oh yeah, well, we're gonna start with one, we're gonna go right through it, line by line, and we're gonna have an expenditure report so we can look across. But what we gotta do is, when they give the presentations, there's a lot of information you're going to see that's gonna need some questions. So what's new, and any changes. Now,
What time is your meeting starting?
6. What you can do, Mark,
I can be here. Your meeting's gonna go, chances of the meeting usually lasts until, what time do you?
what time do you call it?
9.
9.
9's when you call it.
Yeah. We don't go unless it's necessary, but I like to stay at
At
9.
9.
I get up at 3:30 in the morning, so,
I'm up at 3:32.
yeah, so,
trust
yeah,
me,
yeah, it's,
staying late doesn't bother me. It's
well, it does when
I
the
mean,
next day you're off the road because you're sleeping.
Well,
This is the best that I
All right.
can do, and I know Mark, but,
I will do phone.
okay,
Okay, I will do phone.
hopefully we can get this hooked up here, or maybe take my phone out and you can follow. Hopefully this will be on, so you will also see it.
It'll be a delay, though.
Yeah.
That is a delay.
So when I
Yes.
yell at him, that's
It's
you know,
probably
it's
yell,
gonna be-
yeah.
In
Might
that
be
case-
better to text your
Well, can you
yelling.
call in, Aaron?
What's that?
Can you call in?
I won't be able to.
Okay, but you will be able to follow the video. if
Right.
we
I
got it, so you-
can. Well, I can watch it later.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be available. I'm gone that whole.
Okay. What I'm going, the 25th, we should get the books. And I'm going to ask Dana not to have them on the counter, because I'm afraid somebody's going to walk off with them. Mark, if you can get down here and pick up the book,
Tell me
you'll be
where.
able to follow.
Put it in the cubby in the back.
We have a mailbox in there.
Just have Dana hold on to them and get them from Dana. They're quite big, so.
Okay?
Yeah, they
and They're not
are.
gonna fit in the cubby, all of them, so.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, we can do that.
Just
I'll
come
have
down and
them
pick it up.
take it down and you'll identify yourself.
Okay.
They'll know it.
Is there anyone else on November that can't make any of these meetings?
I don't think so.
That's the only one I'm out for. So.
Okay?
So okay, so the 29th is the town's
presentation. We should get, I would like to get that started the 29th if possible, because it gives us an extra week. It is on a Thursday, and Sean's already scratched out Thursday here and put it back to Tuesday, the 5th, or Wednesday rather.
Are you in
What?
December?
November,
Or November.
December.
Or am I? Oh, in December.
You're in December.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Because I'm looking at that ahead of time. We can just take one at a time, but it's going to be the same thing. We're going to have one on a Wednesday. We're going to have one on a Tuesday, and then back on Wednesday. I think we're going to wipe out all the Thursdays for the town.
I fly back in on the 11th of
Well, the
December. I
Thursdays,
don't know what
well, he's
time.
got
So.
checked, marked off. He doesn't have any Thursdays at all now, in December.
Yeah.
All right, but November, you're right, there's some Thursdays, but not all of them.
No, this one here is if needed.
Right.
Okay, we should be able to wrap it up there.
Well, everybody should be here the 22nd, we can meet the 22nd.
What are we looking
bring a
at,
bird?
folks?
I got a great recipe for apple pie.
Oh my God, we can have a meal and work on the budgets at the same time. Oh, I'm all for that.
The apple pie, or
It's, I can't move at this point. As we get into it, I don't know why unavailable was there, and there was a reason for that.
First of all, Bob, we don't really need to bend over backwards for the departments. It's our meeting, we call the shots. They need to come to our meeting when we instruct them to be there. Now, do we need to give them, enough time to have their presentation made and everything? That I will give you, but we can't, just because you say 17 different departments and this and that, they can't run our meetings. We tell them, no, we're doing this night, and that's it.
If they can, I've already got a schedule put together for that.
there's got to be flexibility with the
has
scheduling
to
for
be.
the room. So
You know,
Well,
First
the room
place-
is all booked,
I-
I'm assuming.
the board is what I was looking for. Your board, you had somebody who couldn't make one of the meetings. And I don't know if Paul is working somewhere else. He's in the Navy Yard. He travels a lot, I think.
Yeah, no, it was not Paul who could not make that one
Okay.
meeting, because you had requested that we move the
Okay.
8th to the 7th, and
To
we
the
could
7th?
not. 8th to the 7th, and we could not. We did move from the 15th to the 13th to accommodate a Thursday.
Okay, so, all right, you changed it, so it's the 8th for the school.
Right.
Okay, there was a
That's our
reason.
second one.
All right. As for the department heads, if they can't make it, they'll let me know and I'll have to reschedule them. It's not the
and the
department heads.
schedule for the town's been out for a while. I haven't heard any grumblings and that there's any issue about anybody making it.
Okay,
So
Again, it's our meeting, Bob. You can't worry you know, yes, you want to be flexible to a little bit. You can't, you got a job to do here. We can't be bending over
He's
backwards
not
for every
bending over,
department.
he's bending over backwards for the
Actually,
board here.
This committee is what I'm trying to do.
All right, but I'm talking about departments. You know, you said 17 departments, 17 different.
There's no
yeah,
17
well,
departments. What the heck?
Anyway,
Oh, there's 17 people I have to try and get all here. There's different boards, plus us. It's important to get in here, but we do have video, and it makes a difference. But if you're gonna, you can't ask questions unless you can get on the phone or something.
and you know, and to come back to what I said when we had 5 people out here applying for this position, I made the statement that I wasn't comfortable with snowbirds because they were even, you know,
Yes,
why not have snowbirds then if we're going to have that?
yes, because they can't.
You know what I mean? I'm not comfortable with someone that's not going to be here for the, I mean, we really need to have the full-time commitment, you know?
Absolutely. That's why when we go for a new member, I'm gonna have to state, it's gonna be very busy during budget season.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Well, I should have done this when I did before, but I'm going to put more information that it gets sent to Heather. But I'm going to send it out to the committee as, I'd rather not it come to me. I want Heather to have it, and she'll give it to me, and I'll forward it.
All right, well, so right now you're saying this is all cut in stone
Yeah, because
through December and January.
the school
February.
board, well,
Are you talking about applications, hold on just a second, are you talking about applications for a replacement for Sean's position?
No, for replacement for a seat on this board, not Sean's position.
Well, not his, but his seat on the board.
yes. And we're going to see that.
Those should go directly to the chairman of the board.
Okay, I'll put my email on there. And then I'll send it out as I get them. And then we're gonna go over it. I'm gonna set a date.
We're gonna do the same thing we did before.
Yeah,
Right.
but I wanna set a date because next meeting is the 16th, and that's gonna be fast.
So we gotta do it fast.
I gotta read
I mean, we
it.
only got like 2 weeks and then we gotta respond, so we gotta act.
Yep.
Are there any boards that people cannot be on and be on this?
Yes.
We
Conflicting
can't have
boards,
another,
Selectmen, you can't have another water district rep, you can't have another school.
Right,
school-
but I know
that's it.
that's it, so you could be.
Planning board and ZBA, I think the only two that really run into a conflict of being on either
I
or
don't think
both
so.
boards.
I think
Okay.
you still be on that.
I think there's a,
Anyway, yeah,
Okay, because I'm
those,
just thinking of 2 of the people that did apply last time are both on the Economic Development
that's
Committee.
not a problem.
Okay.
Dennis is a snowbird
Okay,
though.
we're drifting off a little bit here. I'm just looking at November. These
Okay.
have to be set. I can't change it now. This is too late in the time.
Yep.
Everybody's got their plans already made. And when you can, you make a call. We'll put you on speakerphone. You'll be able to hear everything.
Now, understand, I'm not a snowbird. Understand, I am here. Understand, too, that was the first question before I even put my name in, is do you meet Thursdays?
Yeah.
And
And I
it was my
guess-
understanding, we have a budget season, I know that.
Yeah.
However, no, we meet on Tuesdays. That was my understanding. So,
We do meet on Tuesdays, but
And
unfortunately,
I agree.
And any other night
When
you
you
can-
asked that question, my interpretation of it was exactly what I think yours was, and that is, when we come to budget season, in other words, every Tuesday during budget season, we expect to be in this room every single Tuesday.
you got it. That was my impression that I got. So when I hear I'm disappointed or I hear snowbirds, that wasn't me.
That's
Okay?
not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I turned
I
the guy
watched the last
down.
meeting, so you're saying these dates are locked in stone. Fine, I'll be on the phone. I will be late. I will not make it at 6 o'clock. 7's gonna push it. 7:30 would be more in line.
can you make it here?
That I could make it here by 7:30.
That'd be fine.
And that's, I mean, I'm gonna miss a chunk, but that's why I'm asking you who's presenting. If transportation's presenting, yeah, okay, I can kinda,
It's going to be a general view of what
got it.
is going to happen this year. This is their increases, this is what they're gonna change. So they're gonna be a big part of that, and we're gonna be questioning that. Then the following weeks, we're gonna start digging into every department. And they're gonna be here. Whatever information you want, you will be able to get it.
Yep.
Okay? The calendar, I will tell you now, I will not put another one up. I'm gonna let somebody else do it. If you look, I can't move these people. Because that's their normal date, and I have to work around everybody. Yes, Aaron?
Just to let you know, I frequently am in my car driving. I put it on the YouTube channel and through the Bluetooth, listen to the meetings that are going on in town through the Bluetooth in the car. So if you're driving here from wherever, it's very boring.
I'm not that sadistic, but yeah, I'm only 5 minutes away.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were having to drive here. That's why you were going to be late.
No.
But I'll put the meetings on, so you
Prior
can do
to
it that way.
Thank you.
Now, that doesn't mean that things couldn't change here. Something could happen. We may have to change. I'll have to find a spot. But this is better than having nothing.
You know what,
Last 2 years, I went through this.
Bob, I think we're fine with this, seriously. I mean,
Yep.
there's nothing,
I'm trying to stay away from Thanksgiving. You guys will meet that the 20th, and that's when we should have the town, everything from the town. The backups,
yep.
the budget, and the expense report, then we'll be ready to go the 29th.
Yep,
Let's,
Good. Okay, so
let's go with this. Let's, you want a motion for this?
No.
This calendar?
now it's already been
No,
motioned
it's,
at one point.
All right, then let's go with this and
And I also have to be careful with the RSAs, especially near January. I have to keep a close eye on it. And this is not an easy calendar to put together, and I wanted help and I got none.
All right,
Okay, now I lost the agenda. Jesus, gotta keep this thing. I'll be more organized the next time. I don't know what to do with that agenda.
you say that every time.
Okay, just want to put that. Okay,
Format.
format of data from town and school. From the town and school. If I seen his email, he has put something in place for the
Mhm.
town and school.
Sean.
Sean.
Okay,
I looked at it and it looks like whatever he has is this circle and you drop it. You know, enter whatever one, the town or the school. Because I'm not a techie, I don't know how to put a link in.
Well, you just click on a link. You don't have to put it in nothing.
And before I found out he'd quit, I was gonna be talking to him about figuring out, there should, the fact that all of this data is going into the Google Drive mechanism, it's really not that hard to set it up to where basically all of us have access to a particular folder, and it all just goes in there. Instead of having to send out new links each time, it's one link, you go there, and all the folders are all up underneath it and stuff like that. So we don't have to keep sending out new links of to where it is. It's always at the same place.
Well, I think this is what he set up. He sent an email to Heather, Danielle, and Vanessa for the town. This is where they're supposed to drop it off, and it's going to be in there, and
in the Google Docs.
it is.
Well,
And the school.
I get someone just telling me that the camera's not working. Can you announce to the camera what's going on?
Okay. For those of you who are just tuning in, the camera is not in operation. We just got the audio. There may be somebody who's been working in here, and we'll hope to rectify that before the next meetings. We're sorry about that. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay.
They miss your pretty face, Bob.
I don't know why I take this abuse. Oh, I go on the camera. I shouldn't say that.
I said pretty.
Yeah, but I know better. I don't take that highly. I am an old man, and I can't. Give me that. Okay. Okay, we just went through the format for data from town and school. Once that gets in place, you should be able to see it. I'll have to work with Heather to do this, or ask Sean how it works. I've looked at it. I think I'm going to like it. All they do is just take their folder and drop it in there, and it's going to set it someplace. You might be familiar with that.
I know exactly how all of this stuff works.
Okay.
you're in charge.
I'm very likely dealing with the technology stuff, given that Sean's now gone.
I'll make
Okay,
a motion
so
to accept Dave's offer to take over.
Second.
Have we, any more discussion on that format of data? It's gonna take a while. Once I start seeing it, I'll have to maybe ask you how that will work. There may be a link sent by them, I'm not sure, but you will not go without data. I mean, you'll have something in front of you. Okay, so any other questions on this? Okay. Yes, Tom?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to expand, the format of data, getting the data from the town, that's one thing, but something that I've been thinking about for budget season is if we can figure out how to determine what are the personnel costs for having a highway department. We can do that with the school. We can look at the way the data is presented from the school. You can fairly easily wrap up, it costs us this much to have high school teachers. It costs us this much to have a high school guidance department. From soup to nuts, from Social Security, retirement benefits, health insurance, you can figure out what it costs to have these. And I don't know that we can do that with the town. And that's something that I would be interested, if we can figure out how to do it without causing an undue amount of work to have to reformat a bunch of stuff. That I believe the data is all there. The only thing that we might have to do is separate out health insurance by department. Because I think the health insurance is all
And we have to take elected out of it.
What's that?
We'd have to take elected salaries out of that anyway, right? Because that's a separate line item,
Yeah,
elected
that would be
salaries.
separate.
Right, so, but I don't think it's that much work.
Yeah, I don't think it is either, but it would be, I would really like to be able to go and say, hey, highway department, they've got, I don't know, I've got 200 people in the highway department.
Yeah.
And they want to add 3 more people, it's going to cost an average of this much if you just take, it just would make it easier, I think, and present just a little bit different view for us to look at.
Yeah. Do you get that, Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can do that, because what it is, you can see what it's gonna cost. You can see the salary, but there's also a pay scale for the public works.
Yeah, that, but it's more the extra, the ancillary
Yeah.
costs. The
Okay.
salaries are one thing, it's the retirement that we have to pay
Yeah.
into.
Retirement's
It's the Social
broke.
Security, it's the health insurance, it's all the other ancillary costs to having an employee.
Okay, the benefits line,
It's FICA,
and
Medicare are the only two that are broken out.
Right.
Current- And
Yeah.
retirement.
Where's the-
Retirement is, well, that doesn't have
Okay.
retirement on it, but like the fire
Okay.
department has retirement.
Okay, and the
The-
police department, yeah.
okay, but
Right.
the
If we could,
healthcare and benefits, that's the town. I
but
know-
if we could, it may be the town, but let's say the highway department says, we got to have 3 more drivers because we just brought in a bunch of new roads that we have to maintain. Okay, well, how do we have any idea how much it's going to cost on an average to bring in these people if you don't have,
Okay,
that's all I'm asking, is if we can do
You
it.
want just
I
the
think we
highway
can-
department,
No,
or you
no,
want
no,
all
I want
departments?
everybody.
Okay, you
employees.
keep saying highway department. So
I'm using that as an example.
Okay.
Aaron, remember, the highway department is not eligible for state retirement.
Right,
So
which
that's
is
not-
why it wasn't, that's what
why
Peg
there's
was.
no state line.
Right, that,
no line for
I
it.
didn't,
I looked
Peg
at
asked about
that.
that. I
Okay.
knew that there's a state retirement, I signed the check.
Just.
Well, not to get
if we
huffy.
can-
I'm not getting hot, I'm just saying, I knew there was, there's not one in this, but it is in police and fire,
Right,
school.
but there is social in the
Right,
the
right,
people that aren't
which
eligible.
Yeah.
is, which is broken out,
all right. I know the town's talking about buyouts,
right.
okay? That's something we're gonna need to see, how many of them are gonna take the buyouts?
But see, that's the question, nobody really knows.
Okay, well, that's.
How much is the buyout? Right now, I believe currently, I think there's 4 people, if I'm going by memory, 4
Yeah, there's
people
like 4 or 5.
that take the buyout.
Yep.
And the buyout right now is
I thought it was,
3,200?
yes, I think it's
I think,
3,200.
and they're talking about kicking it to $5,000. But when you compare that cost with the cost of what the insurance is, almost $32,000 a year for a full-time employee.
Yeah, and it was that discussion when they were talking about that is what got me thinking, holy cow, do we really know what it costs? So,
Right.
if they wanted to bring in somebody full-time in the town hall for whatever, you just look at the budget, you don't really quite understand
Yep.
the ramifications of that.
When the time-
You can dig it out, but it
Right.
makes it's
Well,
difficult.
when the time comes, and even as we get through the budget session, if it's not there, we can ask.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
before,
but-
and get in the information afterward. Dave,
So you probably didn't get forwarded the email that I sent Sean end of last week, and that was similar tied into this, but almost even but more detailed. and that was, what I questioned is, can we get data other than just pure dollar amounts? So, to give an example, to stay with the highway department. Let's say the highway, I'm going to make up numbers and these aren't right, but let's say we've got 5 people in the highway department and we have 100 miles of road. Well, the cost for the highway department is X per mile of road. Now, that in and of itself is a pretty good metric. It's an even better metric when you go, okay, the next town over, their highway department costs X per mile of road. They should be they should be on par with each other. And from that, we should also be able to go, if it's below, so if we're only spending $5 per mile of road and the next town over is spending $7 per mile of road and they have about the same number of roads, okay, we need more people because obviously our people are being overworked compared to the other towns that are nearby. That's the metric we should be we should be looking at, the dollar per what for the schools. How much does it cost for our teachers? Okay, how much does it cost per teacher per student?
We know that.
That's what's more relevant, and those are the numbers that we should be kind of comparing, not just pure dollar amounts, but dollar per some unit, and as a comparison point.
Yeah.
Peg?
Yeah, just going back, I'm looking through the town report. The insurance benefits is all one lump.
Yep.
And I think what I'm hearing you ask is the highway department, poor highway department.
Yeah, I'm not.
We love
I'm
having
not-
it broken down, have it broken out
That's
to.
just, and I'm
Right.
not picking highway
It's a
department.
small,
It rolls off the tongue
easier
easy.
unit to
Yeah,
measure.
yeah. Okay, the town administrator, yeah, we want the insurance for, I hear what
Yeah,
you're
just-
saying, and I'm looking through this
yeah.
going, you're right, it is one
Yeah.
great big, almost a
Lump sum.
department by itself.
Yeah, and it's a huge number.
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
And it's just, and that, just,
Oh,
it's just
insurance
another
is
way of
expensive.
looking at the data that we already have. Is what
The only thing
it's
is
not-
you can't get individual.
Oh, and I don't
No.
want individual.
Okay.
I want, because
You
that
get
makes it more
departments, yeah.
difficult. You know, you got 5 people and we're spending, $10 on insurance.
Should we not get it as we go through the budgets, we can ask for it, and I'm sure it'll be sent out to us. We can get this
But if we
information.
can prepare ahead of time, it makes it easier.
But I have a question on that. I hear people saying you can't get a specific person's dollar amount, what they're making, but I've seen town.
No, health.
Yeah,
Anything to do
health.
with health.
Help.
Oh, on
plan
their,
they
just
have.
on their, okay,
Yeah,
I was gonna
we-
say, because in the town reports, in other towns,
Yeah.
Yeah, salaries
Okay.
are
You-
all right, yeah.
public, yeah.
You
And
actually-
should be public knowledge.
You actually probably get a list of employees and what they're making.
Right.
But that's about it.
Okay, all right.
That's the same thing with the school, that book I let you use, you must have saw it.
Yeah, and that's the reason I was posing what I was posing, is that book, which was a representative of the data of the school board. It's like, there's all kinds of information in terms of salary bands of teachers, but nowhere in there that it's like, how many students do we have? What's the square footage of the buildings we have? Because the maintenance should be relative to how many buildings we have. If the maintenance should stay relatively constant, unless we got a new building, in which case I expect the maintenance budget to go up.
Just a very, 523 students last year at the cost of
Okay.
$19,200 per student to educate. That was just the flat breakout that we sat here
No.
and.
Peg,
Yes.
now you know what they're asking for.
Yeah.
When you go into the budget session, see if we can, I know Nate can break it down.
Yeah, no, the student, yes.
You already know
Actually, that comes,
Yeah, that's in the packet, I think.
yes,
It
Well,
was last year.
yep, but
okay.
I don't think we figured out the square footage.
All right, who does that to me?
I've
Okay.
not seen no one else sit in that chair with you.
That chair.
Okay,
Oh,
we're still on the data?
we're done, let's go.
And I want to know, when is the water district's budget? I didn't
Always
see
at the
that
end when it's all
listed.
done.
I didn't see that in here.
It's not gonna be in there.
No,
It's
Why?
a separate issue.
they are a separate
It's
entity.
like the SA used to be.
So are we going to go over the water district? Didn't we
Yes.
last year?
We've done it
Yes,
for years.
we do it
Okay.
every year.
All right, I just want to make sure.
We don't have no saying
I
that.
don't-
What we do is we bring up the public hearing, and what we do is we either recommend, we listen to
What they
what's
have
what-
to say.
What they have to say.
Right,
Increases and what went down, we'll make our recommendation there.
yeah.
Okay,
You are the authority, this board has the authority to approve or disapprove,
Yes.
that's it.
and
No
that's
different
it.
than what the SAU was.
But we can ask many questions,
Well,
and it's gonna be up to us. I don't live in the water district, so I don't have a vote down there, but that's further down the road.
I don't think anybody here does except for Stan and I.
Okay.
Sean used to.
I do.
Are you in the water district?
Okay, we're getting off track.
Yes.
We're getting off track.
I
gotta
just
get back
wanted to
on.
know because I didn't see
We always
theirs.
do it at the end because it's such a short window on all the meetings here. To get everything done, that we always go last.
I just want to make sure it's on the calendar.
Okay, it's not on this calendar because I never know when they're gonna have it, but it's usually somewhere in February.
Yeah, we're all done with the town and school business.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Stan will keep us informed, and he will send out the budgets to us.
Okay.
Okay, now, we're all done with the data? I hope so, we beat it up enough. Public comment discussion. Should the budget committee have a dialogue with public, or only comment, or up to members? It's up to the members whether people would
I
like to
think that
have
we
that
have such a
dialogue.
hard time getting people to come. If someone's gonna come and they have questions, we should damn right answer them. This is a small town. I think they deserve that respect, any meeting. The water district, you have a question, we answer it. Sometimes I get educated on a question, because I didn't know the answer to it, so.
I am sort of in favor of it. As you see, we get no one here. How does
Larry
anybody know what's going on?
Even downstairs.
Okay, I wouldn't mind the dialogue. Anybody here can speak to whatever they say, and back and forth, or if they want to make a comment, they can do it. It's important we know where they want to go here.
Yep.
We have to listen to the public, but we also have to be very careful what we do with the budgets. Must Mark?
All right, so when are you proposing, when do they ask questions? So during the presentation? So if the school board's presenting to us, or the town's presenting to us, the police department, or school maintenance department for the school, that they're making their presentation, and we're sitting here listening to the maintenance person, and the person in the back wants to ask questions of them, are we allowing that, or is the presentation to us? Or, because, I mean, isn't that the reason why we have a public hearing?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what we have
So
that.
that's my
I would say
question.
it'd be at
because-
the end of the meeting, when it says public comment. And that's when they come to us only, not anyone in the audience.
So they're not going to be questioning, because that's what the schools are going to have their stuff at their meetings, at their presentations, when their department's presented to the school board.
Okay.
So are we going to relive that at our meeting too?
At any time you feel the need to bring that department head back, we can do that. Most of the time, they were coming back, because after they gave their presentations, questions came about. We can't have them, they're going to present their budget, but we can't ask questions in the middle of the presentations. We also remember, we want to be done by 9 o'clock. If we get into a heavy dialogue, we're not going to get done.
Yeah, but if you remember, Bob, I think it was the police or fire last year, wanted us to ask during the presentation, because he was hot into it, and you had the answers right then and there, rather than go back and, I mean, I think it's left up to the department head to say whether or not he wants us to have a discussion during the presentation or wait till the end.
But there's a difference between us asking a department
Right.
head and then letting the
Right, he
general
kinda
public.
got off track what we were
Right,
saying.
right.
I mean, that's my only concern. I mean, if they're presenting to us,
Right.
I have no issue about, in the heat of it, we're having discussion with the police department. If we are asking questions, because we just want to know why, justify it. But
Okay.
are we taking, from what you're asking here, are we taking the public's, and I understand that we want public input, but is the public going to be asking the police department?
No.
No. They come to us here. It has to come to the
As I say,
public.
they direct all their questions to us and under public comment, I would say.
Okay.
At the end of the meeting?
Or when we have public comment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would only make sense at
Right.
the end of the meeting, that way after the police department, economic, whoever is presenting in that, to do it at the end of the meeting.
So
I want to get something straight here. We agreed for a procedure that the department heads are going to present their budgets uninterrupted. It's going to go uninterrupted, because the train of thought is going to be gone, and then they're going to get stuck with it, and then we're going to get messed up with what we're going to do. I thought we agreed on this.
Yeah, but we also said that, like last year, there was, I forget who it was one department that said, I'd rather have you ask questions now as I am in the middle of it. Now, I personally think that we should leave that up to the department head. If he wants us to just listen to the whole thing, we will. If he wants us to ask questions while he's in full flow with that line item, then we will. Whatever they want, Bob.
It's easier that way, I think, because some people,
All
I
of a
mean, they may
sudden,
not remember.
We are changing
Well, I don't think we're really changing anything,
Yes, we
Bob.
did. Yes, we are.
I think we're giving the choice to the department head. We're not telling them what to do, we're asking what they
I
prefer.
remember a conversation where that was specifically brought up or suggested is like, leave it up to the department head of what their preference
Right.
is, because each person that's gonna be presenting will have a different preference on how things are going. So it's like, while I'm thinking about it, in relation to the public comment, if they're giving a presentation, is there any particular reason we can't follow the normal, like, deliberative session in process in terms of if somebody in the public has a question during the presentation, they can write it down, present it, and hand it to the committee, and if it's something that the committee thinks we need to get an answer from right then and there, and they think, hey, that's a good question, we'll ask it right then and there. If not, they can be compiled together and
For the end.
and presented at the end of, like, here's all of these questions, because somebody might have a good question that's relevant right then and there that
But it's
one of us
always-
hasn't thought of.
It's always a question that can be asked and gotten back to
At the end.
after.
So anyway,
After
to
the
answer your question,
but
Bob,
have it in writing,
Right.
in writing anything that
Yeah, we have to
anybody.
follow
our
the
agenda,
rules of
but I
order.
would say, I'll make a
Sorry.
motion that we accept any questions from the audience under public comments, and if we have the answer readily available, we'll answer. Because we can't answer if we don't have it, obviously.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? Call a roll. We'll start with David.
Yes.
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 Okay. This is just to do, this has nothing to do with the department heads, you know. This has just to do with the public.
You know, you gotta have some type of order.
And that's what I think we just did. We had order. We're making them wait till public comments.
Okay, but the thing is, during the presentations, nobody made any other suggestions. I brought out the fact, let them finish. Then we will now go for the questions. If we don't have any side order, it's gonna be a mess.
Well, I can tell you, as someone that's going to present a budget to this board for the water district, I much prefer to have, if you have a question and I'm on that subject, I want to answer it right then and there. I don't want to have to go back to it, especially when, like, some of these departments give slideshows. They have to go back to that slide. You know what I mean? Personally, I'm just speaking myself, when I do my presentation for the water, I want you to ask me right then and there if you have a question. Because I'll have the answer right then and there. I'm not going to have to backtrack and go back and see.
We just
That's
went-
just me.
That's all right. We just went right back, right over. I wasted my time doing that. Okay, moving on. So we want to start at the next meeting. I'd like to see somebody from the school, well, you don't get nothing in there either. But if they want to come here,
What?
you know, to go for the discussions, dialogue, that the people are listening, they can come here. And we'll wait till we get our business done. We'll have a dialogue with them. They can make a comment or they can ask questions to this board.
Right there on the end, public comments.
Yeah.
It's on the
We have
agenda.
it there.
I know, but it was over here as well, because this is just public comments, okay? This is where it's really gotta be public comments. This is what's happening to the town. Ryan will not allow questions. It's a public comment, and that's what it is.
Just
With a
because
dialogue.
the Board of Selectmen do it that way doesn't mean we need to do it that way, Bob. I personally disagree with that. I think the townspeople, when they have a question, they make the effort to come in here, and they're either mad or they want to get a point across, they want an answer. They need that, they have that right to get the answer, not have to wait another month or whatever. You know what I mean? I personally feel that we should respect them better than that and tell them right then if we have the answer. That's all, just, you know, human respect.
Okay.
Go on to the town financials, please.
Yeah. Those
I'm
town financials.
I just want to say before we start, I got a 190-page report of the breakdown on my phone
Of what?
for the breakout. I got it this afternoon. No printed copy, 190 pages on my phone. So I'll do my
I
best to
thought
try
this
and look
was
things
today's
up.
report. It says 9:18 on it.
Today's report at 10:32 a.m.
Right. So
Right,
this
but
is
if there's any like overtures or anything that's
Oh.
different.
We've got a
And that
question,
it's
and she needs
questioned.
to look at the
Okay.
details.
Right, and it's
She's having to do it on her
190 pages on my phone. Just saying.
Is your phone dead?
I tried to get it on my laptop, but
These are.
phone. You can't.
Any questions on the expenditure report?
Well, for the record, we should say what it's at, I guess, huh?
It would be, we have everything here this time.
There is still some negatives in here.
there's negatives like the TA's training and that were overspent.
No, I mean, stuff that doesn't make no sense. You know, like, there's a credit where there shouldn't be a credit. I found one anyway. But,
That's still in there.
so for the record, the grand total is the budget's at 61.522%. Bottom line, that's, you know, going to the end of the 9th month, I think that's pretty good.
They're doing
Where are
quite
you getting
well.
that?
On the last page,
Last
page
page.
15,
Page 15?
Very last page.
right here. You might, did you get them
Last
up?
page, last number.
Right here.
Okay, because I've got 53% and I've got 47.
You don't have
Oh,
the
you know what,
current
you know
year?
what?
You're not on?
No, it's, he left last month's report in here, never
Okay.
mind. Sorry. Sorry.
That's good. And to answer one of your questions that I remember off the top of my head, the fuel, they're on autofill, so they should be full all the time. Or, right now, they should be completely full.
Talk about
They're
the-
renegotiating a contract.
Through the
With-
school,
No, I don't know what wound up with the school. I haven't talked to Pat again. He had tried to get on with the school. There was some issues with that. They've already signed a contract and they were,
because for years, we always piggybacked off the school.
right, right. But we'd had our own, and when I'm assuming it had something to do with the breakout with Wakefield at one point. There was something different. I just know where it's not happening now. And
Well, someone needs to check into that and
but
find out.
I would like to put a bug in your ear because I heard that it cost $4,500 last year to heat this building.
Okay.
$4,500. That's on a very old furnace that, as you heard, I'm sure a few times last year, was piecemealed together. So I'm sure there's going to be something. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm sure there's going to be something coming for that. That's a lot of money
new
to
furnace, you
spend.
mean?
Yeah.
So we probably have that in a fund anyway, one of our funds that
Right.
we could take that out of. It wouldn't be
Oh.
part of the budget. Revolving fund,
No, that's an oil furnace,
yeah.
and we still, and it gets serviced like it's supposed to on an annual basis,
Right, but it's like
right?
35 years old.
Oh,
Well,
it's
what-
older
what
than
is-
that.
Yeah.
Is
53.
our,
Is it fit? Is it?
Yeah,
I
it's
knew
very
it was.
old.
You should just switch the numbers, 35, 52.
Well, hey, to my kids, 35's old, so.
But nevertheless, how about the other question I had about the pump, the well, rather?
oh, yeah.
The well, that's something I will send out via email. I have an email on it. It's very, very long.
I think the whole board should see it.
I'll send it out to everybody. I'll send it to the chair and he can forward it out.
I mean, because, what, 10 grand we spent on a bare bones budget?
Out of last year's.
Right, well, yes and no, it wasn't encumbered. If it wasn't encumbered, then it has to come out of this year, 2017.
I'll send the chairman the email and he can forward it.
Okay. I got one more thing on the town. Did you get the revolving account that we were supposed to get from Mackenzie?
I have not received that yet.
So, the discussion we had at the election night, he told us we would get it, and I told him to send it forward to you.
I have not received, actually, it has to go through the town administrator, so he needs to send it to her.
Then what good is a selectman's rep?
Well, she would give it
This is
to
why I'm going
me.
through you, Aaron. Did he tell you this?
Did he tell me what?
That you wouldn't be able to get the report?
No, he hasn't emailed it to me. Nor have I received it from Heather.
Okay. The
So-
problem I'm having here is you're the town's rep.
Yep, I
and
am.
And you're new.
And you're going to other people to get the information instead of running it through me. You talked to Mackenzie the night of the election.
You were right beside me when
And
you did
then
that. Okay.
We were working the election.
Yes, we were working, but at the meantime, we were talking, and he said he would get it.
Right. And he
Okay.
has to, and he was gonna send it to Heather.
Well, I've gotten nothing out of this, and I don't know why I'm having such a hard time getting information that is public knowledge. This is what I'm looking for.
Did you get it from Karen Brown too? Did you
No.
ask? You gotta get hers too.
I'm trying,
From
I
the
mentioned
trustees?
it. I said, maybe I should have said I'm in a hurry, but I said I wasn't. I'm just fine. There's extras, I want to send it down. This is what I'm looking for, revolving fund, for the new members.
Oh, wait a minute, I didn't make one.
It's all the funds, warrant articles, money, everything, to show that what's in each account.
There might be one extra in there, or two. See, my problem, he should have emailed you, at least I would have known. I was counting on that again tonight. I just
Oh,
don't know.
apparently you already got it. Who'd
Just-
you
no,
get
no,
it
no.
from?
Oh, what you're looking at is an old one.
2016.
Just an example.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's just an example.
Gotcha.
I
Gotcha.
lost some of my data, my computer crashed.
Gotcha.
These were I salvaged that one.
Just so you know, Bob, when you get that from Karen, or the trustees, I should say,
Yeah.
you'll even show the water district, what the water district has in there.
We're going to need this, because when we get to the CIP,
Okay.
there's some money going to be coming out of these accounts. Not one anyway, but there's other things in here that we need to see. If you see, back in 2016, general fund, we had almost $4.5 million in the general fund. And this was why they took the TANs down, which is no longer exist, from 6,000 to 1,000, because we had so much money.
We haven't had a TANs in probably
I can't even remember the
7, 8
last one.
years.
What's a TANs?
That's when the town borrows money against revenues
Yep.
from the bank to pay their bills until they get the tax money in.
Oh,
And
okay.
to be
Tax something.
tax anticipation notes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
What it is,
Where's the-
you just don't ask them for the amount of money you want. They
No, no,
tell
no.
you what they're gonna get.
Well, it's all based on what revenue's gonna come in for taxes.
Well,
So-
what it is, sometimes they ask for a certain amount, the bank says, no, you're gonna get this. I remember those statements. Is there anything else on the town report that anybody has any questions
All
of?
right, now.
You all set, everybody? Okay, next one, school financial report.
All right, I handed out kind of a packet if anybody had an opportunity to look at the report. I went through the report, anything that was over, I asked Nate for questions for replies, reasons why. If you look at the paper that is in red, there are actually 21 questions, 19 on the expense report. I had one on the revenue report. And this is kind of to take care of for you, Stan, because you wanted to know, I had talked about the dental insurance, that they were reimbursing us. And you said, is it going into the income report or revenue report? They're now doing it through their payroll.
Right.
So,
It doesn't even affect the books.
nope, so we don't even see any.
Which is the right way to do it.
Right, right. And then on the grant report, the last one, not had a chance, the grant committee has to meet. So yes, we will be getting 50,000 under that one particular one for this year. The rest of the grants looked good.
But just for the record,
Yes,
you're only into your first, how many months of your new year? 2, 3 months now?
yes.
Yeah, 2 months, right? 2 months of your, yeah, so this is really low number because it's only 2 months into your year.
What do you mean a low number?
Well, the percentage, what you spent and so forth,
Yeah, but
11.72.
we encumber, you know that, right? I
Well,
know
you-
you've gone
you
back
do.
and forth for that. So we actually,
I
if
don't
you
go
look
back
at
and forth
the.
on it, you can encumber all you want in that year's budget.
Right.
You can't have last year's encumbrances in
No,
black,
no,
that's what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no, it's such as your insurance, Stan. We know what it's gonna be, it's encumbered for the entire year. So if you look at.
Just for the
page-
record, I don't get insurance from the school, if anybody's listening to this.
Oh, all right, never mind. Never, not his insurance. Neither do I. But if you look at page 22, the percent remaining is only 11.72% because
You encumber.
we are encumbered for the year for anything that we are absolutely positive.
But those
is
encumbrances
happening.
can change month to month. If someone was to no longer be employed,
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
That's why most, like the town don't cover until at the end of the year.
It gives us a better idea of, should we freeze the budget now? How are we doing? All right, you should have, with the red, if you want to look through and ask the questions, snapshot from our MS 25 and DOE 25. The SAU split up, finally was audited, and is $159,375 coming back to the town. The school district, which is an unaudited amount, is $206,109 for a grand total of $365,484.
So that's the DOE 25.
That's the
That's-
report that
okay,
has,
that's the-
yep,
That's the final.
right.
Okay.
And it's, you know, snapshot of the 300-page report that poor Nate has
Okay.
to do. And then we've got the general fund. There is another one with our trust fund balances. We have pending payments and the pending additions from the warrant articles. It should be that red thing that I gave you earlier. It should all be attached. They were all about 5 or 6 pages together. And one of the things that I really, really wanted people to know is there were some state grants, but
Yep, that's the sheet right there. You must.
oh, you know what? You're right. I'm the only one with a copy of that. I apologize.
Okay.
I thought you would
Well,
have a
that's
copy.
fine, because I'm going to
See,
see.
don't you guys all have it?
The other sheets I gave you, that's kind of important too. The other
Right.
sheets that you got, I mean, you.
And they all have them, yes, but I didn't even think about this one. I just had it myself.
Okay.
Currently have taking away adding the additions, taking away the payments, $340,594. A lot of it is special ed. So we have security, school bus, maintenance, technology, and then special ed. Those are basically our trust funds. So if anybody wants to look at this, and I'll pass that around.
I've got one from the school.
Okay, sorry about that.
They only have $2,069.34 in their update and proof security at the school. Is that correct?
Oh, we just got a whole bunch of grants on that one, yes. So yeah, we don't have much of a balance in that one,
Okay.
but it's like $60,000, maybe more than that we just got from grants through the state.
Is that any of that for a resource officer?
No, that is outside lights, blue lights, door locks, the cameras, so that when somebody is now coming up to the doors, they have to press a buzzer and they can now see a picture of the person, and there was never a picture, so really for the safety of the children, and we were lucky that these grants were out there. So a lot of different things that have occurred. All right, so you wanna, and then Bob, you did make a copy of the special ed.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I think that would help Dave, because he's looking for numbers, because these are the people and where they're going. And,
Okay. Special ed current enrollment, and you do have a paper with that one. Identified students. What?
I don't think I have any of the.
You want me to make a
weren't in
copy?
any of
No,
these.
it should all be
Oh, is
here.
it?
They,
It's in
That one?
the,
everybody should have one.
Yeah, there should be.
Yeah. I thought that was important, because that's going, one of the breakdowns that,
Okay.
All right, he has it, okay.
okay.
Thank you. There is 7 students enrolled preschool, 46 at MES, and 52 at Newt. The out-of-placement students 1 at Dover, 2 at Maplestone, 3 at Seacoast Learning. The one that had been at Easter Seals is gone, and 1 student at John Powers. We do have what do I want to call her? It's Dr. Bilodeau. She is kind of a psychologist that has been in helping the teachers with all sorts of crises that kids go through in the stages. I know there was a presentation done to the school board last spring
Yes.
that was very, very scary. That a lot of our kids, I mean, one crisis can set a kid off, but I mean 9, forget it. And we have several students in our district with 7 crises that they've gone through. So you can probably just imagine how they're reacting to school. Not very well.
Can I ask a couple questions?
Yes, you
here?
may.
Maplestone, where's that located?
Somewhere around here.
Seacoast Learning Collaborative.
That is in,
Portsmouth there.
I think that one is in Portsmouth.
And
Portsmouth
Maplestone isn't like up Montboro area?
I don't think it's that far. Possibly, maybe.
Could be.
And what about John Powers School?
There's Maplestone in Acton. There's a Maplestone school, nonprofit, special purpose school. Is in
It might be.
Acton.
I was going to say it
Dover's
was
in Dover,
right around
Maplstone's in
here.
Acton, Seacoast Learning Collaborative, I believe, is in Dover. John Powers
Right.
is in Somersworth.
Summersworth, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. He remembers this stuff.
And how many students total are enrolled in the school?
A lot.
That you can probably find
Yeah,
out.
and we just had an increase at MES and middle school.
They'll have that in their presentation.
They'll have
Yeah,
everything in there.
400, maybe 450
Total?
MES and 450.
About 900.
Yeah, I think total. Yeah, I
Last
didn't
year it
bring
was
all
like
that.
523 total.
It's at all schools.
Okay, you've got one more
Okay.
that the drawdown from the town.
Oh, that was in there too, wasn't it?
It's kind of important to see how much money is going to the school each month.
All right, let's see. You did the drawdown in here. You did add that.
But everybody should have that drawdown. Yep, he's got it. Mark's got it. And then the rest of that, that's
Yes.
that there is, you can explain it, okay.
Okay. If you see it, it's a preliminary drawdown. So it shows what we receive every single month from the town, from the taxes. Then what our expenses are, our estimated revenues, and the totals. So due from the town, total is $6,607,000 or $6,607,227.
Now, I know some people think we paid a whole 10 million. We do not. There's a breakdown of where all the revenues are
Right.
coming in. That's on your revenue sheet here for the school. You can see
Right.
it. That's just a major breakdown. The drawdown, I'm always interested in looking at how much is being sent to the school, not counting what's being spent a month here.
Right.
A lot of money's going through here. Any other questions on the school report? Yes, Tom?
Yeah, down on your preliminary drawdown schedule, down in estimated revenues, I don't think there's anything coming in for it, but cat aid, what is that?
There's no cat aid?
That's catastrophic.
Catastrophic aid.
Oh, catastrophic
okay,
aid.
okay, all right.
Yeah, for our cats, yes.
Now, that's what I was wondering, you were starting a cattery over there or something?
Hey, they need
Training
help
for
too,
the
you
kids?
know.
Yeah, okay.
There's a dog aid.
You don't get a cat aid.
Squirrels need aid, is the way they're committing.
If we do, it comes in through grants, and it's just, we never know how much we're getting. So it would be
Well, the last time I remember, if it goes over a
A certain amount, right.
then the catastrophic aid kicks
Right.
in because a student is now gone over the amount. I can't remember what it was,
Yeah.
but I remember that's when that's gonna start kicking in. Memory's failing me on that one.
One of the things this year that I did ask Melissa Jean, our special ed director, about Medicaid is being expanded to students with just a 504 plan or a medical plan rather than just students who have been identified with an IEP. So they've not had a chance to go through every single one of the students who could possibly have a 504 plan.
Which would affect the budget.
We'd get more money in, yes.
Right.
Yep. Yep. And this past year, because Melissa really spent an awful lot of time with the people who were doing the Medicaid budget or input, ended up with an extra $18,000. So,
It wouldn't affect the budget, it would affect the revenues.
right.
Which in turn affects the
Right.
budget.
Yeah.
Because when they set up the new budget, they're not gonna ask for so much money if they know the revenue's gonna pick up some of it.
Right.
I don't have my grant report, but there was something I saw. Some of them grants have ended, and some are starting, and there's a couple of them one. I don't have it with me.
Right. Do you want the grant?
Just, there was a couple of things in there, and I've seen some of them, and one is almost, let me just take a look at it, is going to expire in a couple of weeks, and hopefully they're gonna spend most of
Would
that
that
money.
be the student in need of, or school in need of improvement grant, SIG?
Yeah, well, that was one, but that one has got another year to go.
Yes, but we're about to.
It's the
spend
Title
that.
I that I was looking at, and it looks like it ends, actually, this one ended already.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, some of them end, but until
Oh.
we've spent all the money and whatever, Nate cannot close it out, and then a new one starts.
Okay, now, when they finish, any money left over, it goes into a pool. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't go back to the school or anything.
Well, it's a grant, it's designated for a purpose, correct?
Right.
Yes, it's
So the money has to be spent on that purpose.
Right.
Yep,
Right.
but then when there's anything extra, it goes back into a pool.
But we try to spend it.
I was just looking at a couple of them. This one is already expired. Jeez, I hope it's not. It is. A lot of money's gonna go back on that one. And that is
Well-
the Title I. Then you got another Title I, 103A.
Well, Title I is kind of a revolving.
Carries over.
If there's money left over in the Title I from this year, yes, but I mean, we get a grant every year for Title I.
Okay, I've been seeing August 31st. That is already gone by. Is it, do they extend it again? Because there's
Given year, or just the date?
There's a date right on there.
No year, though.
Yeah, this
Yes,
is
yes,
probably
got the
year,
year, 18.
2018.
Okay, so that means, I didn't know if it meant it began then.
Oh, no, and
No.
then there should be another one.
What you do, there's a starting date and there's an ending one. What is that Title I, 100A, 103A? I've never seen that one before.
That should have been in the package that you guys all got.
It's in there, but what it is,
Oh, okay.
I've never seen it. There's two Title Is in there. This is a little different. I've never seen it before.
103A. Yeah, that one's gone. And then, well, both of them. Yeah, well, it's almost gone. I don't know, let me check on that exactly, because we've not had a grant committee meeting for a while, as you know.
Okay, yeah, I know, because I'm on it. Can I just see that one more time? There is something I saw, and I need to have, this is the last questions I've got. I saw it,
Yeah,
and I
see?
don't understand it.
All right, so it was sent and it was in the Google Docs, but it was not
Yes.
printed out for everybody tonight, so.
Okay, well, that's gonna kind of change. I'm gonna try and get that all done. You think?
I know, because usually all of them are here except for the crazy ones that I bring.
Because I want to see it. I'm not going to find it. I'll have to wait for another question on that one. There was one, there was grant, it was overspent by a lot, okay? And I wanted to get a question on it. It was really overspent.
So this is the August grant?
Yes. I had it all marked and I didn't bring it. Okay, I'm not going to deal with this. I guess I can't find it, but there's one that was way overspent, and I don't know how you can do that.
All right, let me see if I can quickly find it. We can move on, and if I can find it.
Oh,
Try to
never
keep-
mind, it's on page 1. It's got $1,250 budgeted, but way over here, the amount remaining, that's over by $13,307. How did you,
Oh,
can
wait
I
a
get a
minute.
question on that? I mean,
I do believe that was one of the questions that I asked.
Oh, I don't have my sheet with me.
Yes, the DHHS grant. It has expired and it was over. It has a negative balance. We've not had a chance to sit down and discuss all these lines, so it is left until we can come up with that. Oh, what we're gonna do, because we do. This is the one we had another 50,000 coming in.
Okay, he did tell me that
Yep.
once it comes in, then he can put it in.
Right. Right.
Okay,
So
so
that
that's
was
the one.
highlighted. Yep.
All
And that
right.
was one of my questions too. So
Now, that might be the last of that money, unless they,
the 50,000. Yes.
that was the one that,
Yes.
we got into it, and Stan mentioned that that should go back to the taxpayers. You already budgeted for it, but the grant came in, there's $100 and some odd thousand sitting there. And that was the one you brought up.
Yeah, double dipping.
Yep.
Well, I don't know where the
Well, they-
107,000, because the original
Okay.
grant was for 1,250.
Unless that 50,000 goes in there, and that's gonna offset that, but that's an awful lot of money. I just need to know, how can that
All right,
happen?
we are now at a negative balance
Yes.
of $1,964. We will have 50,000 coming back in, and this is the one that helps students in need of drug counseling,
Okay.
you know, whatever, but it's, so it pays for part of a counselor's salary and after-school programs and whatever.
Okay.
So it is used, believe me. I don't know what the 50,000, I mean, the other one that you were talking about.
Okay, I remember him saying, when it comes in, now the thing is too, just so people understand, they have to spend it first. Then they have to send a voucher to the state to get reimbursed. That was just something I
Yep.
learned at the committee, because I thought it was automatically given to you. It is not. Any other questions on the school? Okay, yes, Tom?
On the expenditure report, I just noticed you've got some lines in there for Little Rams.
Oh, that's our Bright Beginnings, that's the preschool name change.
Okay, so
Sorry.
that's what was
It's no
Bright
longer
Beginnings.
Bright Beginnings.
Okay.
No,
It's Little Ram.
yes, because the,
The grant for Bright Beginnings changed.
no,
Okay.
because the high school are the Rams.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so,
It-
yeah,
I
It's
figured
just-
it was something like that,
Yeah.
but
name change.
It looked new, and I'm thinking, I don't remember seeing that last year, Little Rams. My memory's not very good, but I think I remember that. So.
The baby Rams.
Any other questions?
I'm good.
Okay. Next one's announcements. I'm just taking over tonight, and it's going to take me a little while to adjust till I get everything in there, but I will, rest assured, I will get the information to you people one way or another. It's going to
Email's
take,
the
I'm not.
preferred method for the town, please.
What's that?
Email's the preferred method for the town. If you can email me and CC Heather for information that's needed.
Okay, I will go that route.
It's just easier for me.
Now, that new system, I'm gonna see how it works. I'm gonna keep a close eye on it to see, make sure you people understand what it's gonna do. Sean just set that up last night. It was late when he sent it to me. And it's all 3 department heads. I don't know if Nate got it. I believe there's one for him. Whatever it is, you drop it in this here and it'll set up. It's
Okay.
similar to, it's not going to links, I don't believe. So I don't know how to do that. But I'm going to do what I can to make sure every committee member gets what they need. And I'm going to send out the email addresses to everyone, because if they will need to contact someone, I don't think you don't know my email address. If you
Well,
have
they
it.
were given out to us earlier. I mean, I still have them.
Yeah, so the difference is, what I would suggest is if you can send out an email to everybody with all the emails.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were given out in a slip of paper that I have actually lost someplace in my
Excuse me?
house.
Just a reminder, we can't do reply all.
Right.
Yes.
We can't
Right.
do a majority in in any kind of a message.
Just be one-on-one, just play it safe and just do one-on-one communication, and those are safe.
That's the only thing I'm gonna say. Just bear with me for a minute. Last night was just, I was totally caught off guard. I thought it was another issue that came up, but it didn't. It's gonna take me a while. I'm gonna put these in a folder since he got it started, so please leave your folders here so I can put everything together. Is there anybody else got any announcements to make?
Just a question on the emails. Are we better off just that all emails go directly to you? If I have a question, instead of bouncing around to other board, just my question
Yeah.
goes to you and not other board members.
It
You get all my questions.
should actually go
Proper
to me.
protocol would be that if you have a question that involves the town, go to him, he goes to
Right.
Erin,
Yeah.
and then she takes it from there, whoever she goes to.
Yeah, I guess what I don't want to see is have 3 board members emailing each
Actually,
other and having conversations. Everything goes through you.
Yeah, and then same thing for the school. I'll send it to Peg and I'll get the answer from there. Okay, I have nothing else. The next meeting is 16th of October. Yes, Tom?
Since you're taking over, you can lean on some of the other committee members, I think, if you need help figuring out the email, if you need help stuffing the books. Don't think you've got to
That's where
do it all on
the
your own.
vice chair will come into play when we elect one next meeting.
But, yeah, but even so, don't think that it's just you. It's, you lean on the other members of the committee.
Well, I appreciate it because I'm gonna need your support. It's been a while since I've done
We're all
this.
in this together, we're not.
So I'm calling you for technical stuff.
I just want to be able to work together and not argue, but let's come out to the same thing. I'm willing to, whatever new ideas come along, I'm willing to try them out and see what happens. Before we get into the budget presentation, we'll discuss it again and we'll make sure. I'm going to send that thing out I'm going to send out a message. I think I have one, but I'm going to have to state days could ship in anywhere. If something should go wrong, we're not going to do it. We're not going to be able to do it. I'll have to find a place to move it. So these days can be moved, but they're set. Should nothing happen, we'll be okay. So,
I'm gonna hit the lottery tonight and I won't be around, so.
oh, nice going. That's it. You're going to leave me now.
Oh, you betcha.
There's no public comment. There's no public here. Motion to adjourn.
Said.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aaron, don't go away because I don't know how to lock this. I don't
I
have
got
a key to get in.
Oh,
Get
that's
out.
right.
Plus you need the code.
Yeah, huh?
Plus you need the code.
Yes, I don't even have that.
You turn that off?
Thank you very much.